everybody, Arthur here with another unboxing video. Today we have Marvel Legends series X-Men Marvel's Bishop, and this is from the Sauron Build-A-Figure, Dr. Carl Lycos Build-A-Figure, whatever you want to call it. It's the pterodactyl, Petrodon, whatever guy that has wings. But either way, it comes in that typical style packaging. Got the X-Men X on top. Got the very muted, not so good artwork on this side and the same image on the other side. It's blah. I'm not impressed. Then we got the picture of Bishop on the back, holding up his shotgun. And then we got some read-up material right here. So if you want to, let me focus this, you can read it. Then we got everybody in the wave that you need to get to build this sexy Build-A-Figure. But let's go ahead and get Bishop out of the package. Bishop out of the package. And I don't even know where to begin. I really don't. First off, I'll show you he does come with one of the Build-A-Figure parts. You know, pretty awesome looking part is, you know, Sauron's, I was going to say Sauron's arm and wing and all that cool stuff. We'll get into that when we actually look at the Build-A-Figure, and he does come with a really cool and sort of almost iconic shotgun, like a future shotgun. Has some really cool sculpt work, and it actually is casted in a really nice dark gray plastic. So I really like it. Looks good. Doesn't look like a Nerf gun. So let's get into the figure. So my first figure, I ended up getting a case and it had a defect, which I will show you now. I reached out to Hasbro. They said to send the figure back. I sent it back. They ended up sending me a new one. And when you send them figures, you don't even know if you're going to get the same figure back. Well, this time I did. And I was super ecstatic. I was like, yes, got them. The issue's taken care of. But then I just realized today when I'm looking at this review that I got another issue. So it has a little bit of paint issues, but that's sort of a Hasbro thing. But what can you see? What's wrong with this figure? If you guessed it, yes, he is missing one of his sleeves. So now I got to buy a third figure. Or what, mail this one back and hope they send me a new one. It's like, this is just getting ridiculous. So I got to find a third Bishop so I can get one that has both armbands. And I did confirm on the box, he's supposed to have both of these. But I will calm. I don't want this to be a hate on the figure. It's just quality control is garbage right now with Hasbro. And it's like, they tried to make it right. They sort of did, but then they didn't, and it's crazy. But let's actually take a look at the figure. So the figure, I like it a lot due to the fact that head sculpt to me is straight up from the cartoon. The M is sculpted into his face. He's got those white eyes. Got a little Fu Manchu going on. Not really Fu Manchu, he has a goatee. My bad. Definitely rocking that mullet. Soul Glow! Gotta give me some Soul Glow! But, yeah, I really like this Bishop. His little handkerchief is a separate piece, and I wish it had a wash to it. It's just red plastic. Then he has this harness and belt. And needs to be moved around. But yeah, there's no wash or anything to these belts. It's just yellow plastic. You know, we get this giant hunk where the shotgun is held, and it's the holster. All this detail is in this thing, and it just really goes to waste. They could have added a wash to it to make it pop. An artist took time to sculpt all this detail, and it's just not being shown. And then we get this nasty logo on his shoulder. It's just not clean at all. and it's like this arm's like just like the curse, like you got this issue, and then it's missing its little loose piece right here. This logo doesn't look too bad, and you can see the stripes go all the way down. There's this more quality issue right there. It's just lightly painted, not thick enough. And yeah, then we get down to his boots. But articulation wise, he can look down into his pecs like so. And then as for looking up, he really can't because of all of his hair. The hair prevents it. But he can look, you know, left and right, and a little bit of attitude, nothing too crazy. And if you pop the head off, I'm sure you can just take this little thing off, but why would you want to do that? This whole harness could probably come off as well. Articulation, his arms do go up that far. He has the typical bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, rotating at the wrist, and he has a wrist bend in there somewhere. Is he going up and down? Yes, up and down like this. Separate piece for the cuff of the glove as it works, but certain angles you can actually see the skin underneath. And then ab crunch works very well. Very, very well. Line goes all the way up, but as you can see, there's some paint right there, but that's all right because it's basically covered on the belt. Looks good. It does have the waist swivel, which the hips get blocked by the belt, so it doesn't look nearly as bad, but it does look bad because you're breaking this straight. The lines are going straight down his body. Now looking at this figure, I just wish there was just more sculpted clothing. I just feel like he just looks like they just got that body and cast it in certain plastic and added the paint lines, and it's just he's wearing this like skin tight spandex outfit. His boots are garbage. His leg can kick up quite far. He's got that double jointed knee, boot swivel, ankle bend, and pivot. So your typical Marvel Legends style articulation. You really can't, I guess you can do the splits pretty well. You can do splits that far. But it's not a horrible figure. I'm just a sleeve. And I can take off the other one, or bring this down. I guess it's supposed to be brought down. Shotguns equipped. I mean, this is how Bishop should have came. He should have came with 2 guns. I ended up trading to get a hold of an extra shotgun because I wanted 2 of them. And as you can see, they fit very well in his hands. They both have the trigger fingers and everything. Let me take this one out. One thing I did notice when putting this, let me focus, putting this shotgun into his hand, the plastic, you can see it sort of like twist. Like the handle is like, on this gun is more gummy than his hands. The harder plastic, so you're trying to pop it in, twist it, it starts twisting the actual handle. I mean, you can see how easily I can just sort of bend it. And then the shotgun just slides in the back. You can have it, you know, any way you really want it. You can have it that way, have it this way, slides down a lot more, but I think it's supposed to be technically this way because if you're going to reach it for it, handle's got to make sense. But I am pleased with this figure. Besides the QC issues, this figure is straight up X-Men 90s cartoon. Childhood, 100%. I really, really like this figure. But you guys know what time it is. It is comparison time. And I'm busting out the iconic, very sought after Toy Biz Bishop. Let's get these guys in frame. And you can really see them side by side. Now, I do like the red eyes on this one. It just looks pretty cool. Head sculpt's still good. You can see the painting on this bandana. The sculpt's a little bit thicker. The overall figure is just like the proportions are just crazy. Like he's all roided out and it looks ridiculous because he was never this big. Never. And yeah, it's crazy. But let's bring him in. Well, before I bring him in, let's do a little side view. So they both have the shotgun holster. Shotgun on this one is cool. I mean, it has a trigger, like 2 tones for the actual handle and everything. Looks pretty good. One thing that is definitely missing on the Hasbro one that I wish we had was the side holster for this, and I wish he would have came with this nice sawed-off shotgun. I mean, this thing is awesome. So already, Toy Biz has 2 guns, and it's just such a crazier sized figure. But let's bring a close up of these faces so you can really see. His hair is the long hair. It's not really the mullet. He just has really long, wavy hair on the Toy Biz. But I do want to bring some attention to his belt and stuff. Like, they are sculpted in, but they have washes to them. He has the X-Men logo on the chest, which is painted a metallic red. This Bishop doesn't even have an X on his chest. He just has it on his belt, which this one has a giant one on the belt. And the gloves, I think, on the Toy Biz one just are sculpted better. Got the weird finger articulation, which with this guy, I mean, he has his trigger fingers and all that stuff going on, but you can really, like, gives you an idea. You can basically have him flick off things and be crazy. He has the peg in the hands to hold his guns, because they really couldn't hold guns very well. He has the sculpted in detail in his clothes. It's not a separate piece. His arms look like hamburger. They look ridiculous. Like the texture they did on them is just weird looking, and he's just massively disproportionate. But look at the line work. This is an older figure, and the line work on this figure looks better than a brand new figure I just opened, in a sense. This has a brighter yellow, but this, I mean, he has 3 lines, and they're pretty straight. And then I like his legs better. Got the little armor knee pad, which I really like. Not into this style of the hips and stuff. And I'm not into this giant X that just doesn't looks ridiculous. But the legs, this down, are fantastic. You get these really cool, well, it's already pre-bent in a sense, but you get these really cool boots. Besides the armor on the knees, or the knee pads. But look at the detail. Like, he actually looks like he's wearing clothes. You know, and it's sad. Like, he definitely is, you can tell he's Bishop. This is straight up from the cartoon. Like, I'm really happy with how he looks, but it's just like, look at the difference in the years. Like, Toy Biz has all this shading, all this crazy stuff. So they both have their ups and downs. At the end of the day, they're your figures. It's your collection. You know which Bishop is going to fit with what you have going on. For me, I really do like the Toy Biz sculpt work. I love all the extra detail. I love the extra washes. You know, they went that extra mile. But for my collection and my display, it's going to lean towards Hasbro. I really feel this one, it looks straight up like that 90s cartoon Bishop that I grew up with. And if you disagree or you think something different, I mean, comment down below. Let's get a conversation. Which Bishop do you think is better, and why? And also think of it as your collection that you have right now and what you have on display. Which one's going to fit with that? Will the roided out Bishop fit with your collection of other legends? Or will this one fit that X-Men lineup? So really think about it before just blurting out, because I'm not really saying, oh, I like Hasbro, I like Toy Biz. I'm siding with this one just because it fits with my display and to me fits that iconic Bishop look. And that sums up my unboxing and review of the new X-Men Marvel's Bishop. If you guys like what you saw, hit that thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, hit that little subscribe button because I'm pumping out videos of all different types of figures. And if you guys want to make sure you're not wasting gas and you're trying to get the best deal on these figures and not waiting and hopefully finding them online, things like that, check out Toyco, Toys and Collectibles. The links are down below. Join the community. Just join up, talk figures, interact with other collectors, show off your collection, have a great time. You got the other one that's pre-orders. It just lets you know what's coming out. There's pre-order options where you can pre-order and get a really good deal on the price. And I want you guys to have the best luck hunting, keep on collecting, and have a beautiful day.